Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before I get into this video, let me just say the amount of love and support that has come from everyone, people that didn't even talk to me in high school or whatever, or like they knew me but they didn't talk to me, is what I mean. I'm not trying to come for them, but they've reached out and said that my video really touched them. They've shared it. They've said that my story hopefully helps someone else out there. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me that you guys are actually watching these videos. So I just wanted to get that out there before I jumped into this video. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe for more episodes of this. My Twitter is currently like being appealed to being unsuspended or whatever. It got suspended like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know why. So once I get that whole mess straightened out and my Instagram and everything straightened out, which I have an Instagram but it's private, but I will link my social medias in the like box below. And of course, as always, a trigger warning is in fact, because we will be discussing mental health, suicide, assault, and everything else. So only continue this video if you feel comfortable watching it. So this video is a follow-up to freshman year part 1. So in my first video, if you haven't watched it, I'll link that down below as well. I talked about how I lived in a really, really small town and I got bullied a lot. And the staff and students, it was to the point I wanted to move schools. I wanted to leave. I wanted to get the heck out of South Point because South Point was just, it was a very, very small town. And unless you were like academically inclined or you had money or you were on a sports team, they really didn't care. The sad thing is they really didn't. So for this episode of this part 2, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be talking about a really, really dark time, my freshman year, and followed up to like my senior year, or my sophomore year, not my senior year. I'm sorry, we're not going to jump that far ahead. So I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes because, like, if it's over 10 minutes, it takes forever to upload. So bear with me. I still haven't, like, I'm trying to do this more organizedly. And like I said, I'm ADD, so I'm, like, all over the place. But I promise I have a point if you just stick with me. The freshman year, after Christmas break, I was dealing with a lot. I was going through the aftermath. I was assaulted. I don't want to get into that. I'll just say it at that. I was assaulted. I'm not going to say what or who or what or how or when, whatever. I'll leave it at that. So I was extremely depressed. I didn't really want to socialize, but like I was kind of like forced to socialize because I was forced to go to school and everything. And like I begged my mom, like, I just want to stay home from school. I don't like this. People make fun of me. But it really started to kind of get bad after Christmas break. Jane Doe, we'll call her Jane Doe number 2. Because there was one Jane Doe and this is the second Jane Doe. Jane Doe number 2, she never liked me. And I don't want people to think, oh my gosh, she's just whining because some popular girl didn't like her. But it's not even that. She pretended to be my friend. And then she would go behind my back and tell people like my personal business and like laugh at me and she would just like isolate me. Like she would pretend to be my friend and like would hang out with me. And then like when I wasn't around, like it was always like, did you hear about Beth? Why are you hanging out with Beth? Why is this? Why is that? And it was really, really upsetting because I really didn't have that many friends. And the one friend that I thought I had, she was very cruel to me. She sat there and she accused me of stealing her iPod out of her gym locker. And instead of just asking me, they were searching my locker. They were accusing me of doing it. They called my mom. They said that I was acting suspicious and there was no way I could have afforded an iPod. Like, what? Okay, first off, what's if I can afford an iPod or not have to do with the fact that you're accusing me of being a criminal? That's what I'm saying. The staff and everyone here at this school they just did not deserve to work with kids. It was horrible. And they sit there and they treated me like a criminal. And they said that I'm the one that did it. And when I went off on the girl for accusing me, I got wrote up for, and she's the one that sit there and was hitting me with paper and saying that, oh, I'm not your friend anymore because you stole off me. And it was really, really, really hard. And I could not wrap my head around, like, what did I do wrong? Like, what did I say to this person to make this person go say, hey, she stole my iPod and I'm going to use this as an excuse to treat her like garbage. And she would like tell other people, like, don't be friends with that, don't be friends with that. Like, she was mean to me. She was really, really cruel to me. And I didn't get it. I really didn't get it. Fast forward, I know that was kind of a short little taste of like my freshman year, but I really want to get into my sophomore year because that's when it all started. The topics website that I was like the number one trending topic for Lawrence County, Ohio. I want to get into that, and that's gonna be like a lot to deal with. My sophomore year, there was a biology teacher. I'm not gonna say his name. He was a perv. There's no other way of putting it. He was a perv. Me and two other girls were like told people that he was a perv, but yet because I said it, they didn't believe me because I was a troublemaker. And their definition of troublemaker was I defended myself. I was always getting in trouble for like for example, this teacher, like, he rubbed my shoulders and he kept giving me stuff that I would throw in the trash because it just made me feel so uncomfortable. I was only 16. I wasn't even 17 yet. And he was so weird. How he got a job, I don't know. Like, I really honestly don't know. But he was so weird and he kept giving me stuff. And I was just like, I don't feel comfortable with this. And I had told a friend of mine, and she said, well, you should probably tell the principal. The assistant principal, whose name I'm not going to say, even though she low-key deserves it, was horrible. I was so depressed, I couldn't sit in class because I was having people throw things at me, call me ugly, telling me to kill myself. And she told me, well, what did you do? What did you do wrong? Maybe you should move schools. Maybe you should just move schools and leave this school. A freaking principal told me to move schools because she didn't want to deal with the bullying that was going on at South Point. How in the heck is this woman still allowed to be around kids for what she's told to me? Not to mention, I'm not going to go into details, but she got me suspended for 10 days and almost got me arrested for something that I didn't even do. A teacher had to go on my behalf and say, hey, she really did not do this. She was just, it was a book I was reading, and it was like supposedly, like I supposedly threatened someone, and it really almost got me arrested. She was that cruel. She got me suspended for 10 days. I missed a dance and everything, like, because I was actually going to go to this dance and everything. Couldn't do it because she had me suspended. She was always attacking me. There was a girl who was like, she was like calling me names and telling people stuff about me because she had known me from a therapy group that I was in with her, and she wasn't even supposed to be telling people what was going on in the therapy group. And because I told her she smells like a fish, I got in-school suspension for it. I did. And this girl was out here telling people my business, my personal life, and everything else. Again, I'm not making this. I couldn't make this stuff up even if I tried. I'm not making this up. And I'm not saying this to try to, oh my gosh, she's just complaining. She just wants to be a victim, blah, blah, blah. That's not what it is. This school has gotten away with so much BS, it's not even funny. And it just needs to stop. And I feel like if I speak up, maybe they'll realize, oh, okay, this school is not okay. Like, this school is bad. I had people message me after my first video talking about how racist the school was that they experienced, how they experienced bullying, and the school wouldn't do crap about it. They just blamed the person getting bullied. My sophomore year was one of the worst years of my life. And this video right here is just a piece of what I'm going to tell you what happened. So I'm sorry for getting really loud and yelling at it, but I had so much strong feelings about some of the stuff my sophomore year that wasn't even funny. And like I said, how half these teachers are still there and have their jobs, I don't know. Because I know for a fact, if someone did this to my niece or treated my niece half as bad they treated me, someone's getting fired and someone's getting arrested. And that's all I have to say. So if you're still watching up to this point, again, thank you for sticking with me and listening to my story. I'm going to post a part 3 soon. I'll probably film it and then post it like I'm doing with this. Thank you for all the positive feedback. I know this is like a tough thing to hear, and I know a lot of people's going to be like, oh, you're going to get a lot of enemies. People's going to call you out for, saying it. I don't care. I just want this to be out there so people can know that they're not alone and that they don't have to feel like they have to kill themselves to get away from being tortured. Because no one told me that. And I'm alive today because I'm a lot stronger than I look. But they never told me that it's going to be okay. So I'm here to tell you it's going to be okay. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I almost cried just now. But stay tuned for the next video. I love you guys. Stay strong.
Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess this avoids the stress of falling out of it.